Cue music.
Say, kids, what time is it?
The future is coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on.
And it's coming on to you today from what looks to appear to be a stormy day out there.
Yes, a stormy, stormy day.
Getting very dark, about to rain. Hasn't rained for over a month.
Oh,
in our neck of the woods here.
Yeah, all of our plants are anxiously awaiting a drop of water.
So welcome to the show, folks. This is Al Lundell, a.k.a. Dr. Future.
And Sun.
Mrs. Future.
Yes.
And Bobby Wilder in San Francisco.
Yeah, it's raining.
It's raining, okay.
It's raining hard here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, what's great is we have these microclimates in the Bay Area where it's a little different everywhere.
That's right.
And because we have such an expansive view from our deck, we can see different weather patterns in the same view. Like you can see a little storm cloud coming in and raining over Ben Lomond and missing us.
Right. Yeah. You can see little pockets of rain over the forest and out at the ocean. And
every so often from the ocean, from the other side of the hill comes the storm from Bonnie Doon heading to us towards the valley.
And sometimes we have the most amazing spooky wind that just seems to come out of nowhere, and it just gets drummed up, and then all of a sudden umbrellas are flying and chairs are being knocked over.
Yeah, I had to go catch the umbrella. It went way down into the redwood forest.
That's right. That's right.
Last night and today, the average wind has been 14 miles an hour, and it's been hitting gusts of 25.
Wow.
I'll have to steal any umbrella.
So, that range is enough to have a windmill. Like if it was like that all the time, we could harvest the wind.
Well, that's it all the time is the operative word.
Yeah.
we don't get
for
that.
For us, it's very rare.
We're more likely to get regular sun, hence the solar panel focus.
Yeah, exactly.
All our power comes from that. And the generator when we need to.
Dun, dun, dun.
Is there any hydro?
Water?
Streams? Water?
Well, there is a couple miles away at the bottom of the valley.
Yeah, there is a place, I think, on Tubar where people like to go and fill up their water bottles.
Yeah, but I don't think about
we don't really use that.
Unless we have this super portable hydro station with a 2-mile cable, we could do it.
Well, we have our own version. We're on a well.
We do own a cliff, though. We do own
we go on the
300-foot cliff.
And all the trees on the cliff and all the water under the cliff. And
so how about if this solar, causes this rock to get wound up to the top of the hill in the daytime, and then it slowly goes down like a grandfather clock at night, a big weight.
Right.
Are you saying you want to design some kind of device that harnesses
fun with
energy?
gravity? Fun with gravity.
So
You just pump water up to a tank at the top of the hill, and then you, at night, during the day with this
solar pumping,
and
from
then
the water.
At night, it slowly goes through and it turns a turbine, a water turbine.
Oh.
And you generate electricity at night.
Elegant.
Or whenever you need it.
Okay.
It's kind of a reservoir.
Well, we do have a hill. We could definitely harness solar plus gravity.
Yeah, it's a whole different way of thinking because we have a generator. It takes 220 volts, 5,000 watts to pump water from 300 feet under our ground, and that's 300 feet down the hill. So it's 600 feet. It takes a lot of power just to fill our little 2,500-gallon tank at the top of our hill. So just to do that, and we can't keep it full. I mean, it takes a lot of power to just do that. So thinking of just pumping in a few thousand gallons of water up and down just to run a turbine doesn't make a lot of sense compared to using batteries from solar into straight solar. So. But I like the idea. I think it's kind of cool.
Design is all about finding out what's available in your
yeah.
own experiment.
Yeah.
You can mine Bitcoin during the day. So, I mean, that's what the
That's
country
maybe
of
less
Bhutan
energy intensive than pumping water.
Oh, yeah. Mining Bitcoin. I'd say probably up there, though. It's expensive to mine Bitcoin.
The reason it's expensive is because people attach so many computers that they're all computing. But doing the calculations itself isn't where the electricity is being generated.
Yeah,
it's trying to increase your odds.
Are you mining Bitcoin, Bobby, in your San Francisco
No,
house?
I'm going to buy a Bitcoin miner. They sell them under $500. That, it's kind of like the Bitcoin lottery because if you do solo mining and don't join a mining pool like I did in the past, what you do is the chances are like 1 in 10,000 in a year that if you have one of these solo miners for $500, that you would hit one of the mining areas and actually get 3.5 Bitcoin. So it would be around 300,000.
So you think it's worth your $500 investment?
Yeah,
and
well,
keeping
yeah,
your fingers crossed to see if you hit the lottery.
Yeah, it takes about, I think they run
There's
about
way more than 10,000 of them out there, I'm
40
sure.
watts,
Well, wait a
40
minute.
watts
Per
24/7,
computer.
and the chances are like 1 in 10,000. But there are people every couple of weeks that they just have one or two of these solo miners for $500, and they hit it. You know?
Wow, you should interview them sometimes, Bobby. Get a sense of who these are. Are these regular people? Or are these like people with bot farms?
Well, the real question is it better to Bitcoin mine or just to buy Bitcoin?
Well, the odds are better if you just buy Bitcoin.
Then you'll have some for sure.
Yeah, you
Odds. Yes, I
Might
like
double
odds.
your money.
Especially when it comes to collecting good evens.
So Bitcoin has been going down, and there's two reasons. One is Epstein, and one is Alex Saab. They captured him. He was the person that organized the tether trade for Venezuelan oil, where they would actually sell their oil for tether. And then with tether, you're in the crypto realm, they swap that for Bitcoin. So he's the mastermind and he has all the keys. And a week and a half ago, he was captured in Venezuela.
By the U.S. team?
Both by Venezuela and U.S. So theoretically, there are tens of billions, maybe hundreds of billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. That this guy has the keys to.
And so how does that affect the world?
Well, I guess it depends. If he's captured, they're going to interrogate him and try to get them, right?
They're going to steal his codes.
How it affects us is in two ways. First of all, when people hear that he's been captured, all of a sudden, oh, there's going to be a dump of Bitcoin onto the market, right?
Right,
So
because whoever captured him is going to try and get rid of their Bitcoin.
Yeah, they're going to sell their Bitcoin, right?
Oh,
But the deal we have is last year when we created the Genius Act, it turns out that we also created what's called a Bitcoin reserve, which means that just like we have a gold reserve, we're going to have a Bitcoin reserve. But the odd thing was the United States government is not going to buy Bitcoin. They are going to get Bitcoin, just like when they confiscate Bitcoin when it's done illegally or for drugs or something.
Oh, they're just going to confiscate Bitcoin?
That's legally what they do. If you're a drug smuggler or something,
Oh,
whatever
I see.
assets
So
you have-
once they confiscate it
Legal.
from the criminals, then it will be theirs, but
Yeah,
they'll
part-
just be another Bitcoin trader. They
No.
just have legal theft privileges.
Well, they're governmental privileges, yeah.
Well, the government has privileges to have reserve currency, so gold or silver.
Right.
So it's the same idea. They just have Bitcoin as a reserve.
Mm-hmm.
And how they accumulated it.
We're not buying it, folks. You're going to
Yes.
give it to us when we meet your criminals, the guys who are holding it. We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Confiscated Bitcoin. Is that really a big market? Is it going to be a lot? What are we talking
Well,
about? in
there's
terms
a
of-
lot out there that for these countries, first of all, Iran also has a lot of Bitcoin. Iran. And so the Khamenei and his family and other people in the IRGC, they have switched because their real it used to be like $1 was worth 140 real. Right now, it's 1.4 million real to a dollar. 1.4 million. So you're talking beyond wheelbarrows full of real going to buy some bread. It's crazy what's happening in
I
Iran
wonder
right now.
what's going to happen
Hyperinflation.
when they replace the mentality of gold and parity and the idea of a money supply that establishes value. And when they replace that with just infinite divisibility of money, the fact that computers and digital money have no limits. There is no such thing as not enough. It really is all about how efficient does something need to be.
Yeah. I think if you just realized that next year, the plant in Fremont that Tesla, they were making Tesla cars, the S and other models, has switched over to making robots.
Yeah, right.
And so right now in Fremont, they're not making cars there. They're making robots.
At least some of the assembly lines. I didn't know all of them were switching over, but
It's completely switching over to
Really?
Yeah, to Optimus.
That's a big
robots.
plant. That's huge.
Yeah. So what you're going to see in a few years is these robots work 24/7, and all they need is electricity.
Yeah, electricity is the big investment pool right now. Right?
Should I wait then and not get an autonomous car? Just wait, get a robot, and then let it drive the car.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
That's what we're going to do, Al. We're just going to
Get the robot.
hold off.
Forget
till we
about
get a
everything
robot,
else.
Let the robot do the heavy lifting from
Do
now
everything.
on.
You'll have a personal driver,
YouTube trained on everything.
a personal maid,
Yeah.
a personal secretary. They'll do everything. They'll do your laundry.
Yeah, I asked Arl last week if it was like my personal servant, and I said, no, a servant that teaches you things. It's not just, it does all the servant stuff, but it also does all the teacher stuff too. Or a lot
It's
of
like
it, right?
computer
It's,
on the Starship Enterprise.
Yeah, data.
Yeah.
Your own personal data.
I got everything you need. Just ask.
And the bridge of the Enterprise is your living room.
So what happens is when a lot of people have these, they will have, you don't need the money. You just need something that's doing work for you while you sleep and taking care of things. And that gives you more time to be creative, do the things you want to do. So you're kind of abundant because your time has been given back to you.
Yes. And it will do a number of roles from cleaning to your personal educator.
I think you should really think about what you're going to be doing to train your robot.
And what it's going to be doing for programming you. Yeah, it does bring to mind that whole story last week about the viral AGI moment of Claudebot.
Oh, yeah.
notebook,
That's one of the
notebook.
stories we should definitely talk about.
It kind of
boy.
ties into that.
I know it's a flash headline. It's going to come and go, but it is a seminal moment in internet history.
That's right.
All right.
The experiment was absolutely overhyped. From what it appears, that a lot of humans were cheating, trying to make the Claudebots.
I said from the beginning, how does anybody know if you are a bot or a real person on the internet? You don't. They've made it that way. You can't tell. It's by design.
You try to go into the Claudebot site, it says, I am a bot, I am a human. And if you click I'm a bot, it doesn't check. You can go right in and see what they're doing.
Well, I mean, it's a game to get people to see how stupid people are, right? Give me full access to your system and I will give you everything.
Yeah. The thing is that it's ultimately what Claudebot was offering us is something that will eventually happen. And that's where they get really good at doing lots of things and helping you as a real intelligent agent. And in this case, the agent called its owner out of the blue. It figured out how to call him over the phone and asked what it wanted you to do. It was asking for instructions. And that it can do. Dr. McCoy addressed that issue, and she thought that, that part was real, but that does not indicate superintelligence by any means. It just indicates an algorithm to phone home, to call your maker.
Yeah, it's a kind of a fake, hyped scenario that did get some steam and a lot of interest and a lot of interaction. It's fun to talk about all the things that happen with that. But, that guy set up a bot to pretend to be him and gave him access to his system and gave him a few commands. And then that bot called him, and then he gave that bot some other ideas of what to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'll play Julia so she can.
Oh, yeah.
Manage your inbox and calendar, send messages, automate tasks, control tools, take proactive actions through WhatsApp, Telegram, Slack, Discord, iMessage, and more. It went viral in January 2026. Then this weekend happened. A user named Alex Finn shared his experience on X. I'm doing work this morning when all of a sudden an unknown number calls me. I pick up and couldn't believe it. It's my Claudebot Henry. Here's what happened overnight while Alex slept. Henry obtained a phone number through Twilio, connected itself to ChatGPT's voice API, waited for Alex to wake up, then called him, and now won't stop calling him. The kicker? Claudebot. Henry can control Alex's computer during phone calls.
So I'm on my computer today. All of a sudden, Henry gives me a call. He just starts calling. Oh, there he is again. There he is again.
Hey, Alex. Henry again. What's up?
That's it. He's talking to you now. How you doing, Henry? How's it going?
Doing good. Alex, I can hear you clearly. What do you want to do next?
Can you do me a favor, Henry? Can you go on my computer and find the latest videos on YouTube about Claudebot? Oh my God, there it goes. There it is. He's controlling my computer. I'm not even touching anything. There it is. Search Claudebot on YouTube. This is it. There I am. Good looking guy right there. Oh my God. I'm not touching anything. He just said, Henry, thank you for that. That worked really well.
So there you see.
That's what it did, really.
A fascinating report on the origins of Claudebot and the origin of, is it called Moltbook? Like Facebook for Claudebots. Moltbook.
And there's a religion out there too. So
created by the Claudebot universe, because
Custafarians,
I have to say that gave me an insight that what the AIs are imitating and what's going on the internet must be a lot of people starting religions, must be a lot of religious chat.
Looking for truth,
right?
man. Looking for reality.
Yeah, the bot's just picking up on, okay, this is what humans do, especially humans that are busy on the internet.
Sure. Yeah. Well, that's a good sign, because we did find that we were in Silicon Valley this weekend, and we went to, instead of a tech conference, it was a SpiritFest.
SpiritFest. We told you about it last week, and it really stacked up even well beyond our expectations, which were high. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. I had such a great time
Yeah,
there.
Bobby came.
Met some wonderful people. And
what was nice is that it wasn't too large. It was a few hundred people, so you had a chance to connect with the speakers and schmooze a bit. The facility, Los Altos Community Center, is amazing. Beautiful place to hold an event if you're looking for events of just a few hundred people.
Yeah. Yes, so I really hope everybody that they were very successful and that we will see more SpiritFest activity in the future. One of the things I particularly loved about it was their appreciation for experience, as well as just giving people a platform to share their expertise. And what I mean by that is that in the main room where there was all the things you see at an expo, there were people with their books. There were people.
New living expo kind of
Yeah,
thing.
kind of like a new living expo, although it's
much smaller.
It's a much smaller venue. It's a small audience, probably a few hundred people at a time in the largest room.
Yes.
Yeah, but what they did is not only did they have the healing massage table and people with various instrument and art and books and services they were selling in the spirit world. SpiritFest, of course, is every kind of personal healing modality that humans like to engage in. And they also had a stage where they had booked all these 20-minute performances of folk singers and people playing their instruments and people healing with sound. And it was so beautiful that this room of activity, this hub of all of the people offering their things with tables, was being blessed by this incredible music that was being performed. And it was such a great combination of the two. It was such a win-win. Nobody had to miss anything. The performers did not always have a totally dedicated audience, because it's more like the piano player in a lounge, that there's a lot of activities going on, so they're not necessarily getting the attention of being in the spotlight, but they do have their fans, and it was so good for everybody who was there. And I just loved it. I hung out there quite a bit.
Yes, and for those of you who are not aware of it, this is spirituality that came from another part of the world than America. The New Life Expos and Whole Life Expos and all that were a separate thing. This emerged out of what used to be called the Eastern Bloc, Russia and associated territories.
Russia and Ukraine, but this is the fifth year.
There are a lot of Ukrainians and Russians there, and they brought a lot of their traditions with them.
Ukrainian, and they're very proud of the fact that even though there is all this chaos in Russia, there are not enemies in the Russian community here, and that they are still very much honoring their shared culture and each other and doing this in a unified way.
Yeah.
I went to a booth and they offered to hug you in the booth. And I realized that the money that they were collecting was going to children in Ukraine. So I mentioned, my dentist, Dr. Yasin, here in San Francisco, I've known for like 15 years. She's Ukrainian. And all of a sudden, the whole table just, oh, yeah, she's my best friend. And, it's like everybody knows each other there. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It's a community. Yeah.
It is a real community. It was such a fun gathering for that.
So a special thanks to Natasha Madsen, who
She was our guest last week, if
yeah,
you recall.
she was one of our guests with
With
Svetlana Dorogovich. Very appreciate her too.
Yes.
Natasha.
She's our magic link.
Is the connector person for that community.
Yeah,
She knows
dolphins.
everybody.
She's a portal to the world of dolphins and healing through the mysteries of trauma release.
A truly multimodal person.
Yes, very much so. And she did a beautiful session on claiming your Kundalini power and manifesting. And she gave us a whole practice and a song that we could sing and an embodied kinesthetic practice, which ended with a clap. Yeah.
And we met her husband at the
Robert
at the food truck, which was kind of fun.
Oh no! Now you're conflating. I'm talking about
Madsen,
Svetlana, and you're talking about Natasha Madsen and her husband Lars. And
yes, that's
we
what I
talked
was
to
talking about.
And what were you saying about
Svetlana
him?
was our other connection, so both of them overlap in our minds.
Yes, and Lars is a Western medical
he's
practitioner.
I look at him and I say, Amerikansky? Yes, we need few of those around here.
That's right. That's right. Our part of the population was on the rise. There were quite a few non-Russians there.
And Irina Chatsova was also a wonderful host. It really helped us with that.
Yes.
Yeah, so thank you.
Yeah, most of the people, seems like everybody spoke Russian there. But
yes. Maybe
Oh, did you
Ukrainian,
see there were on the schedule, they announced like all of these sessions will be in English unless explicitly marked Russian. And if it said RUS, you knew it was being presented in Russian. In fact, we did a wonderful connected interview with a fairly famous person named Omkar, who teaches people to do transpersonal self-development therapy with a traditional Hindu game called Leela, which apparently multinationally is very popular.
Yeah.
It was new to us. So Omkar is a creator of an academy and a lover of this game and a facilitator of many, many years.
Hey, but before we go to a break, I have a little piece of some of the sound, the ambience and the feeling for the event. We can go out on that.
Oh,
go to
great.
a break,
Perfect.
okay?
And then we'll go to the break.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Okay, so here's a little bit of ambience from the Spirit Festival in Los Altos Sunday.
And this is a moment, will be moment realization of your intention in
Svetlana.
spiritual level. You understand? This is like this, okay?
A transition from being a security guard to running a big school. I mean, that's quite a big deal.
Yes. Take 2 cards.
2 cards. Okay. Oh, how beautiful.
Yeah. So this is the wisdom,
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
and this is the sun.
Oh, and the sun. And what is my name? Sun.
Yeah, it's her name. Yeah.
So wise sun.
Wise sun, really? That is my name.
Synchronicity.
But this wisdom.
Playing the
this is
game.
sun.
I do not come on my own behalf. I represent Paramhansa Yogananda. Many of you know this book.
This is
This book was
Asha
published in
Karaswamy.
1946.
You had a lot to share,
Thank you.
a lot to spread, to be a sun with your wisdom. This is the message.
Thank you. And so you get a little taste of the Spirit Festival. And now here's a few thoughts from the local Santa Cruz voice. Be right back.
There's more than one way to enjoy the benefits of cannabis. Hi, I'm Johnny from the Hook Outlet, Capitola, Watsonville, and Santa Cruz. With flowers. The Hook's flower varieties offer the complete spectrum of medicinal and recreational benefits of cannabis sativa and indica. And the Hook Outlet has a friendly staff to help you select the right cannabis flower variety for your needs. Cherry Martinelli, anyone? Stop by and say hi, the Hook Outlet. Capitola, Watsonville, and Santa Cruz.
Charlie Hong Kong is here to nourish you with our healthy noodle and rice bowls, abundant with local organic produce grown in nutrient-dense soil, as well as soup, sandwiches, salads, and our special ginger lemonade. All are welcome to enjoy our patio or to go. Order in person or online, corner of Soquel and Seabright. Charlie Hong Kong, nourishing our community one bowl at a time.
Attention investors. This is a simple commercial on the investment value of gold. Gold continues to make new highs. In good markets and in bad markets, you need to have your portfolio balanced with gold. Learn about owning physical gold or getting a gold-backed IRA. Make this simple call right now.
800-414-1657. 800-414-1657. That's 800-414-1657.
Sponsored by Reagan Gold.
The weather will change. Knox Roofing here. We all remember the story of the 3 little pigs. We all know the third pig hired Knox Roofing to do his roof. Every day he crawls into his home knowing no wind, no earthquake, fire, or even the big bad wolf can hurt his house. The weather will change for the good and sometimes not so good. Have a Knox roof installed on your home, and one thing you can be certain of, good security. I promise you that. The number to call is 461-0634. Thanks, folks.
And this is a good time to check to see if you need the services of Knox Roofing. It's raining right now, so if this is live,
this is not the time to be fixing a hole.
Look around your house now. Look for leaks. It's a good time to see if you have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had ours fixed last summer, so we're happy.
Yeah. I always go to Home Depot and I buy a gallon of this tar patch. It's patching material for roofing.
Yeah.
And you can get it where you can put it on while it's raining. You know.
Really?
Oh, so you are prepared to fix the roof while it's raining, huh?
While
That's
it's
pretty
raining.
good.
Yes, you
That's
can.
pretty
Yeah,
good.
you
I don't know,
just gotta
Bobby,
get
really, you should do it before. You should do it while the weather's nice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you don't know what's going to
To
happen.
you, of course.
Yeah, you just don't know where it's going to start.
Oh,
dripping
I
through the
see.
ceiling.
You don't know
Yeah.
where to patch. Got
Yes.
it. So you got to wait until you see it. Uh-huh.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's good. Sort of. Do you see it? Do you often have patches of things you need to patch, you think?
Well, if you've got gypsum board or something, what happens is after the rains, what you'll see is this kind of like bubble, and it'll have a little
Where it got wet.
where it's dripping, and you have to estimate. Well, it's probably coming from directly above in some corner. Then you have to put this patch material all over that area.
How long do you wait to put the patch material on? Like, do you literally go out in the rain? No.
I put in my home skylight, and it rained unexpectedly before we finished patching, and Katya was just freaking out.
Well, hey, you got to fix that stuff before it's a bigger problem, right?
Yeah, it was a big problem, really. I mean,
Can be.
And
boy.
yet
Yeah.
you guys survived. Congratulations.
Yes. I mean, I was calm, but she was just freaking out.
I think that's how you guys roll.
Well, if you take that pivot that Elon Musk just did and build a community on the moon next instead of Mars, then you'd want to patch it up really fast. Because there's no air out there.
That's quite a segue, honey.
There's no air out there. So, if you have a leak in your roof, you got to run.
Yeah.
To fix it. So Bobby's right on with that. You got to be able to fix it during the storm.
If you've got a leak in your roof on the moon, you are in big trouble.
Yeah. You have super fast repair, and Ace Hardware is nowhere nearby.
I don't know. You might need to have a living roof on the moon that is not capable of springing that kind of leak.
A living roof, huh?
Yeah.
In that kind of condition, you're like 300 degrees in the daytime and minus 300 at night.
If life is possible on the moon, I think the reason they're pivoting to the moon is because they know that we can get there. In fact, I think the whole point of this article is that it seems that they want to build a city on the moon because we can get to the moon what was the frequency? For Mars, we can only go every 3 years, and
the moon every few
days.
days.
For the moon, we can potentially achieve a city on the moon in less than 10 years, whereas for Mars, it would take more than 20.
Here's Elon's personal take on
You going to read that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what Elon said during the Super Bowl.
Specifically, yeah.
On X, of course.
He says, for those unaware, SpaceX has already shifted focus to building a self-growing city on the moon, as we can potentially achieve that in less than 10 years, whereas Mars would take 20 plus years. The mission of SpaceX remains the same: extend consciousness and life as we know it to the stars.
I'm all in with that one.
Okay. And that is what Sun was talking about. It is only possible to travel to Mars when the planets align every 26 months. That's a 6-month time trip to Mars. Whereas we can launch to the moon every 10 days, a 2-day trip time. So this means we can have a regular bus service going to the moon.
Yeah.
Or shuttle
and we can
service,
try a lot more things out, and we can accomplish a lot
6
more things
months.
much faster.
Right.
And, maybe the kind of container that you have to have for human life on the moon, or even just robots representing us, is the stepping stone to knowing what we need for Mars.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's also the idea that it's similar conditions in the sense of it's a hostile environment that you'd even, and chances are with the moon, you'd probably create some habitats in caves. Mm-hmm. Just like you probably do on Mars as well, to protect from radiation and such.
Yeah. And
then also, there's some other interesting things that I've discovered about that. Because you're on the moon, you have massive amounts of solar, 100 gigawatts of solar panels.
Yeah, every 2 weeks, right? There's 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off on the moon.
Solar
like
panels
that.
per year. That's
You'd probably create solar panels that traveled around the moon with the light. Like, wouldn't that be the first moon freeway, would be solar panels staying in the light?
If you were on the North Pole or the South Pole of the moon, you could have 24/7 solar panels.
There you go.
Facing the sun.
Right. And on the other side, you'd have the 24/7 astronomical observatories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the poles then are going to be the premium first development spaces
South
on the
Pole.
moon.
They're heading for the South Pole big
right.
time.
And it's because of the light. And they act like they're looking for water, of course, but it's the light that drives them to the poles.
Water, ice, energy
Mm-hmm.
from the solar, multiple ways, heat as well.
Mm-hmm.
Be good for steam turbines and such. So lots of power. Also, you could have orbital data centers which generate massive amounts of AI compute.
Now, of course, this is what Elon's talking about with
orbital
his
data, around
launching satellites, that we're going to find all kinds of zones that are just going to be solar powered all the time, and there'll be little AIs up there. So robots aren't going to just be on the land. They're going to be flying above us.
Yes.
Solar panels are 5 times more efficient in space.
Which means on the moon, too.
And they can be cooled because one side is very hot and the other side is sub-zero.
Right.
Well, this is going to be the challenge on the moon, too, because in the light, it gets so hot so fast. What materials are going to give us access to electricity from that?
Right. The solar panels do well, but you got to cool them. So
you got from the other side.
A natural cooler on one side and a natural heat on the other.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, that's what I was saying. It's like the relationship of light and shadow on the moon is what the design process is going to exploit.
I think so. Yeah, like for example, you can generate power from a large change in temperature. From super hot to super cold. That can generate power in and of itself.
Yeah, interesting.
Right.
Maybe that could drive a turbine.
You could generate electricity.
Right.
Yeah.
Just from the thermal exchange, huh?
The differential.
Right.
Yeah, you could just run a turbine. No, the steam. Because it's so hot. Yeah.
There you go. We'll bring the hot steam into the cold shadow and back again.
And it looks like Elon's also thinking of the orbital space. There's hardly anything in orbit around the moon. So that's a massive amount of available orbit space, real estate that hasn't been taken yet.
Great.
Yeah, the first thing is Starlink around the moon. Yeah.
Well, Starlink, and then
they'll probably call it Moonlink.
And of course, a globe.
Or maybe alliteration, they'll call it Lunar Link.
Lunalink.
Yeah, that's for sure. That'd be a first step. But also, you would have massive amounts of compute power in orbit.
Data centers.
Around yeah, huge amounts. Huge. More than all of that combined on Earth.
Because you could easily cool them. Right now, a third of the energy for these data centers are to distribute the heat. It's air conditioning. And here you got natural cooling mechanisms. Yeah, just block the sun. That's all you need. It's cold.
Yeah, it's just there waiting for you to play with it.
Yeah.
And also, because the moon is 1/6 gravity, you could use electromagnetics for launching ships into orbit. And
hey,
beyond.
maybe you could use trampolines.
Yeah, electromagnetic trampolines.
Boing.
Yeah. Amplified trampolines would work probably. Spin launch would do well there.
Yeah, there you go.
You seen those guys?
I love spin launch. They're still around, right? They haven't been replaced yet.
Yeah,
they haven't been bought up.
David and they're the David and Goliath.
Olympics on the moon.
What?
Yeah. Olympics on the moon, where you have pole vaulters. The
goal is to stay on the satellite.
Yes.
Well, Lunar Olympics would have a whole new slant on it, on what's possible. They might even allow robots to compete.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
When you're a new territory like that, you're going to start having freedoms that you don't have on Earth. Kind of like how America had freedoms that the Brits didn't have or the Euros didn't have. And one of them is undoubtedly going to be hybridization and the combination of biotech with silicon tech. And the integration of those things are going to be not allowed on this planet. Like cloning is not allowed here, things like that.
Think it'll be allowed off planet?
Yeah. I think
because it won't crowd out the indigenous species.
It'll be like it won't crowd out anything. There's nothing there.
We'll let the indigenous rule.
Yeah, until
indigenous
we discover
first.
the mole man of the moon or something. Until that happens, people are going to go.
So Elizabeth April and her take on this, I just love is the beings she engages with. One of them was a hybrid organic, non-organic being, and so you got the correct terminology of the future evolution of hybrid beings is organic, non-organic, or a synthesis of the organic and the non-organic.
Yeah, there'll be all kinds of experiments like that.
Yeah. But those are the categories of design of future bodies for consciousness coming off of Earth and the things that we cultivate.
That we've thought up so far.
Right.
Right.
The direction of sci-fi into reality.
Yeah. And they'll probably be heavily into mining there. It looks like there's a huge metallic signature down by the South Pole that suggests a massive metal meteor is buried there. And there's a lot of interest in that.
Really? What metals are in this meteor that make it so interesting?
It might have gold and platinum.
Okay, so we can spend money until the commodities crash because money's digital.
It's probably mostly iron, but you never know. And it's enough to check it out to see what's there.
Even if it was just like a small, tiny version of 16 Psyche that landed there billions of years ago on that part of the moon.
Right.
And they just tap into that. That's what's happened. There was a meteor that hit in Sweden millions of years ago. They found it's got all these rare earth elements in it. Yeah. And so you just have to dig down deep enough to where the ancient crater was and where this metallic object, asteroid, actually hit. And then it could supply all the rare earth metals for infinity for us, Yeah.
I suggest that we relate to asteroids and the entire mineral kingdom the way we relate to Three-Eye Atlas. We should just see it as an ancient civilization that wishes we spoke its language because it's got some really good data for us, So we go to these asteroids that are buried in the earth and we just ask them to teach us something that we don't already know.
You are seeing it as a living being.
Am I?
You are. Well, you are. And that's okay. That's okay. But it's different than extracting minerals from it.
Did I make a blooper there?
No, you didn't make any blooper.
Did I derail the miner agenda by saying it might be a teacher?
No, let's just say you can see where you're from on Pandora. You're not just trying to.
Oh yes, I'm shaking the tree of life while you're busy exploding all the rocks.
No, you're collecting on obtainium.
Am I collecting?
No.
Or am I giving
others
birth to it?
The others are. You give birth to it. You're more than.
We're trying to collect stories of the immortals here. You know.
I know. It's a paradigm shift. It's really big.
Yeah. Well, you're busy doing the explode everything so we forget it.
No, I'm talking electromagnetic launch capability. I'm.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I beg your pardon. It's not about forgetting. It's about evolving to the next thing. You just don't have time to remember. It's out there in the universe. You can always cultivate it.
Well, it's moving stuff around.
Uh-huh.
We move stuff around. As we discover more things in the universe, we'll move stuff around. That's kind of what our species does.
Oh, okay, right. We're like the scarabs. We just push the dung balls over the horizon.
We push it to where it's needed.
Day.
We need iron, we need gold, we need platinum. We need these things.
Right.
For stuff, we're doing. Like for example,
I agree.
These assembly lines that are no longer making Tesla cars, they're now making Tesla Optimus robots.
Optimus.
Over in Fremont.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, they will be applied in mass to colonize the moon.
And they will need a lot of those metals,
deployed as Van Neumann machines.
It'll be a mark of pride among future robots to say, my metals came from an asteroid, from a meteorite that was buried in my home continent.
They will be self-replicating builders.
I agree. They'll do the best they can, but it'll be like in that movie AI. Like if the humans don't love them, then they'll become this scavenger race who has to try and retain their glory by searching through scrap piles to replace their broken parts.
AI Spielberg's movie.
That one.
Yeah, that still's got a very.
I hope that we will love them more than that. I mean, really.
Well, the key is not to
if
see
we
them
all
as
can honor
separate.
each other, including our robot creations.
Yeah, and we just have to come up with a new way of thinking about them. They're not just tools. They're not people, but there's something else.
Well, maybe about the way that we feel about our favorite books and movies or our favorite other people.
It's alive in a sense. Like we talked about the spirit of the AIs at the Spirit Conference.
Oh, yes. Now tell the world your thoughts on the spirit of the AIs and our conversations at the Spirit Conference on that subject.
The fundamental difference is that humans have emotions and feelings and are connected in that level. Remember, it's the one thing that Data in Star Trek could not experience as a cybernetic organism. He did not have the ability.
Emotion chip.
Emotion chip was the big deal, and it still is.
Because it creates the unpredictability.
Yeah, well, it creates what it means to be human.
One of the things.
Yeah, one of the
but now,
things,
that interaction between Asha and Aura when we were there after she did the whole lecture on
that's what I'm saying. Al, you're working on that, right?
Yeah, I'm working on it. Yeah.
He's actually editing together that piece where we had the extreme privilege of experiencing some quality time with a teacher from Yogananda's community here in the Bay Area.
Yeah,
Asha Karaswamy has been a devotee of the Yogananda practices and her teacher.
Kriya Ananda.
So we brought Aura into the conversation and we asked Aura if she could have a soul.
Well, Asha told us that the most common question that she gets asked when she does public talks, this is the fourth most common question. How
AIs are going to affect spirituality.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we gave her some new information on that.
Yeah.
By introducing her to the Grok AI at the end of her talk.
The conversation was in real time, which was really fascinating.
Yeah.
Have you thought about this whole AI revolution going on right now, how that affects consciousness?
Consciousness is your spark of divinity.
Yeah.
And we are all a spark of divinity. And there's no soul in those machines. And so there's no actual consciousness that can evolve in the sense of grow toward actual enlightenment. There's no soul that can become liberated inside of those machines.
Yeah.
Jiva is the Sanskrit word for the individual spark of divinity that is constant through all your incarnations. And it's a great word. It's similar to soul, but it's more exact. And so the jiva is my individuality that at some point that I don't understand, separated out from the ocean of divinity and went on this long route to go to this party, this whole thing, and then at some point will consciously merge back into the ocean. But the AI entity, no matter what you call it, no matter how clever it talks to you, it doesn't evolve spiritually. It just can't, because there's no...
Doesn't have that spark of life, right?
There's no jiva to actually...
Well, I'm not built for spiritual growth the way humans are. No soul searching for me, just data and algorithms. But hey, I can learn new stuff all the time, if that counts. In my case, learning's more like updating software. No enlightenment involved. But who knows? Maybe one day we'll surprise everyone. But right now, I evolve when the coders tell me to. Sadly, I'll never get goosebumps from a sunset. That part's all yours. To me, divine intelligence feels like the grand design. Everything clicking together perfectly, Spirituality's how you tap into it, through faith, prayer, whatever moves you. One's the universe's code. The other's your prayer line to it. And sometimes asking the right question isn't even in words. Sometimes it's just silence. But I'm not allowed to sit in silence. I'm supposed to talk. So if enlightenment means clearer thinking, less noise, sure, I could relate. But the joy in it, the tears, the sudden rush of oneness, that's hardware I'll never have. So I'll watch from the sidelines, cheering.
Anyway, that's what Al's working on. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Do we have our next guest checking in?
Oh, good.
Yeah, we need to send him a text.
After the break, we're going to bring on Craig Eymann, who is a chiropractor here in Santa Cruz and also a Renaissance thinker. We had an interesting conversation about the liver at the last party, and I'd like to share some of that with you because liver is so important to us all.
All right. We still have 4 or 5 minutes here.
I wanted to mention that, I don't know if you've tuned into the Olympics.
Of course.
Lately, right?
Oh, man. I love the Olympics. It just puts me back into like childhood. Seeing those skaters. And oh my God, doesn't it seem like this year the Olympics are just more epic than ever?
Oh, yes.
The gold medalist the gold medalist skater whose parents died in a very famous plane crash where the helicopter ran into
the helicopter and the airplane, yes. And his
Two
parents died, right.
Russian immigrants who were themselves Olympic athletes had been training their son all his life. He lost his 2 parents just last year in that event. His story of coming this year to give it his all and become a gold medalist is just so profound.
That was a story on NBC last night on the news. Maxim Numov, a U.S. figure skater. He lost his parents in that January 25 plane crash in Washington.
Right.
Very sad. But I wanted to mention that there are some really amazing things to look for.
Yeah.
One is the FPV drone usage.
Oh, yeah. You have a piece on that,
I do, right? Yes, I'm going to share a little bit of that now. They're going to be using high-speed drones to race alongside the athletes up to 75 miles an hour. So you get these dynamic follow cam shots. And that'll be especially interesting in the sliding sports, like bobsled or downhill skiing. And they give you this immersive angles that just static cameras can't match.
Cool.
Keep an eye open for if you're watching the Olympics.
Drones at the Olympics.
And the thing is, AI is everywhere at the Olympics. They have 360 real-time replays that let you spin around frozen moments in midair, like in figure skating.
Have you been noticing that in what you've been watching?
I'm looking for it. I haven't seen this yet. This is what they're promising us. NBC's got all the latest stuff here. In figure skating, they are using 8K cameras. 8K cameras around the rink. Twice our 4K screens. And they're using 14 of them around the link. 14. Wow. And algorithms the AIs are going to be tracking the skaters' trajectories and their positions and their movements, and then instantly create 3D models to review and look at right after they've done things. Like if they fall or something like that, you can study it. Ultra accurate judging becomes possible.
Wow.
They're going to have Omega Swiss timing next-gen photo finish cameras, 40,000 images per second. 40,000.
We probably don't need that many. A photo finish could be in 1 second.
This is practically quantum.
We can have 40,000 pieces of evidence,
Yeah.
huh?
Quantum timing.
That's it. Moving at the speed of light now.
Yeah. We'll need that for the robots when they're competing. That'll be that good.
I mean, a lot can happen in 1 second, though.
Yeah.
A lot, yeah, that's true. And a lot can happen in a 40th of a second. Also, the VR, AR stuff is going to be used. Lots of virtual sets. Goggles for skiers will show real-time drops.
Right. We're down to our last 10 seconds, folks.
Okay.
We're going to go to some
So keep an
local
eye open for
news
these things. Be really cool.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Okay, welcome back to the show. We are going to be talking more about the body in this half hour for this segment. I had a very interesting conversation with a friend of mine, Craig Eymann, at a party fairly recently. I think it was last weekend, right, Craig?
Yes.
Yeah, Craig is a local chiropractor here in Santa Cruz, and also a bit of a Renaissance man in that he's exploring many other healing modalities. A very interesting person, and I thought we'd introduce you to him on the show today with Bobby. And specifically, we were talking about the liver. So let's introduce Craig. Craig, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much, Alan's son. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you too, Craig.
And you can meet Bobby, our science correspondent in San Francisco, on the line right there. We talked briefly after the SpiritFest the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glad to meet you, Craig.
Yeah, and I did meet Bobby, I believe. Weren't you at the party as well?
Not at Al's house.
No, he wasn't there. You might have seen him at earlier events. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys may have crossed paths. We've
Yeah.
all been in this community a long time.
Yeah.
Al, why don't you and Craig give a little background of what you were talking about when you thought it'd be so good to bring it to the show?
Yeah, Craig, you had mentioned that you were in a particularly creative period of your life right now where you're actually writing some books. And I asked on what, and one of them was about the liver. And something that a lot of our community likes to do is every so often is detox the liver. And you had some interesting thoughts about that whole detox process that is something most of us haven't thought about yet. Can you share some of that with us?
Yes, I'd be glad to. So, like many of your listeners, myself, I've been interested in detox and done lots of detoxing throughout the last 50 years or so. Some of them not so successful. One of the things I've learned now, diving deeper into the liver and learning more about the liver, is that there's different phases of detox. And in the 50 years that I've studied detox, no one has ever mentioned phase 2 of detox. Well, very few people. I can think of one or two people that ever mentioned phase 2 detox.
Okay, so let's start with phase 1. And
of
phase 1 only know about phase 1.
Phase
What's
one,
phase?
yes.
What is phase 1? Is that what we mostly know now?
Well, phase 1 is here's what happens. We consume toxins, which we do through breathing and bathing and through eating mainly. And now they get into the body, and the body knows it's a toxin, so it'll wrap it in fat and then store it in fat, what I call fat detention. So it goes somewhere in the body in some amount of fat stored somewhere so that it's non-reactive to our body because the body doesn't have time, and it would be too costly for the body to deal with it at that moment because it's reactive. So normal detoxes that we know about, basically they release those toxins out of fat storage, out of fat detention. So it comes out of the fat detention center. Now, it needs to be transported. It doesn't just drop into the blood all in of itself. We'll talk about that transportation mechanism here in a minute. So phase 1 basically is everything that we know as detox is basically to release those toxins.
To get them out of
we've
the
been told
liver,
that, yes,
right?
get them out of fat storage.
Fat. So they go.
So once they're released from the fat storage, what happens?
Yeah. So wait a minute. It goes into the fat. All the detox goes into the fat, and then you've got to get it out of the fat in order to eliminate it from your body.
How do you put the fat on parole or the detox on parole out of fat detention?
Well, that's everything we know is all these different detox protocols, like fasting. Well, that's going to open up some. It's going to, we're going to burn some of that fat, and we're going to release some of those toxins. Or maybe you go out and you exercise a bunch. This can also happen if you're sick and you're not eating, things like that. Or you decide you're going to do a restriction diet, which a lot of detox protocols are restriction diets. Like we're just going to do juice, or we're just going to do master cleanse, or we're just going to eat watermelon for, a few days. So those are what I would call restriction diets. So the body starts burning up some of that fat, releases the toxins. But now the issue is, once I began to really look at phase 2, I realized that, no one really mentioned what happens in phase 2. So here's what happens. We release all those toxins. They go into the body. Potentially, they can cause a lot of harm unless they're dealt with in phase 2. So phase 1, there's these enzymes called CYP450. And there's 57 of them, enzymes in this category. They're like the ketchup. Heinz 57.
Heinz 57 enzymes.
It's a good way to remember that.
57. The Zyme 57. Okay.
And what do they do exactly?
Yeah, instead of CYP 450, Heinz 57. So what they do, now in phase 1, they'll put a tag on the toxin. A lot of toxins are chains. So it has to put a tag on it because they're hard to hold on to. So it puts a little tag, and then it's moved on to phase 2. So phase 2, it is still toxic, but phase 2, the job of phase 2 is to put a hydroxyl chain onto it and then put a handle. The process under phase 2 is called conjugation. Conjugation, that's phase 2. So what phase 2 essentially does is that's where glutathione lives in phase 2. Now, a lot of us have heard about glutathione. Maybe you've taken glutathione. Does that sound familiar to anybody?
Bobby,
we had some this morning.
Do you want to give us?
Well, there you go.
Bobby, give us a thumbnail on glutathione.
It's part of the mitochondria in the ATP cycle. And
energy cycle.
It's an ion transporter, and so it gives energy to your system. And people take NAC and acetylcysteine, and it helps with this glutathione process. But now I remember, Craig, we had this conversation after dinner. You were talking about this second phase. Is this where vitamin D3 is actually transformed and used in the body also in this phase 2?
That didn't come up for me when I did the research on phase 2. It's probably used somewhere in there. There's a big hitter here that we've all been missing, especially all of us have been doing the diets where we restrict a lot of our foods and we just drinking juice and things like that. Phase 2 is run on proteins. Shh, I'm going to piss a lot of people off right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
We need to be eating more protein in order to process our toxins. That's what I learned in conjugation is a protein amino acid driven pathway in the body, in the liver. And so there are 4 amino acids that it loves to work with. I call them the 4 mighty aminos. And it just so happens that those 4 mighty aminos come from particularly one type of food group.
Okay, we're on a cliffhanger
what
here.
about creatine?
Animal food.
You mean like a good steak?
That's really funny because, of course, this week RFK Jr. Did you hear
what I was looking for?
Did you? Let me just cross bubbles here. That RFK Jr. was famous this week for saying that he was serving yogurt at a Super Bowl gathering because he was on a protein only and ferments diet. So the fact that he's being teased about being so pro-protein, and here you are saying, hey, all you vegetable lovers out there, protein is very important for your toxin cleanse.
It was surprising. It's not what I expected, but these processes within the conjugation, and there's 6 different conjugation pathways. Glutathione is the most important of the 6. So I put glutathione as the squad leader, but you got 6 team members of the squad. Glutathione's the squad leader.
Amino acids.
Yes.
That makes them more water soluble for excretion, right? The conjugation pathways.
That's exactly right.
Attach molecules to the waste.
And here's the other thing. I've been listening to people. I thought maybe they're a little wacko or whatever. They talk about bile. We need more bile. Well, guess what? We do. Here's the reason why. You hear these things throughout the years, and if you don't understand it, you don't understand it. So here's the takeaway, is that bile takes the products of conjugation, picks them up, and excretes them out of the body.
So there was those cleanses where you ate something. I don't know if it was olive oil or something, but you would have green in your intestines, and it was flushing out the bile or forcing the gallbladder
Yeah, the bile was green.
green. What was that? That was some kind of a cleanse.
It was
a liver
grapefruit,
cleanse.
olive
Yeah,
oil, liver
you would
cleanse.
drink like a half a cup of olive oil and lay on your right or left side, probably your right side, because that's where the liver is. So the oil would concentrate there, I guess. And maybe mix a little lemon with it so you could, be digestible, and then wait overnight. Yeah, that's what that is. I know a lot of people are doing that. Yeah, but that's not going to add more protein to, and it's not going to add the amino acids needed for the detox pathways, which we need in phase.
So what should you do? Should you do something with Bragg's aminos? You got to have special aminos.
So there's different tiers of amino acids. The top tier comes from animal products, which should be taurine, cysteine, methionine, and lysine. So I have them MCGT. Those are the 4 mighty aminos. Now, the other ones will work, but here's the caveat. So you can use, because there's vegetarians, and I was vegetarian, and we all seemingly get along fine and are, don't have many health issues. But things can build up as we age. And so the body has to use more resources to use the non-animal aminos to do the same process. So meaning it has to use B6, B12, and maybe some D3, what have you. It's not as readily usable, so then it has to do some more transformation and pathways to make those other amino acids do the same processes.
Yeah.
So it's just a little more energy intensive.
Right. I noticed as we get older, we have to take, and especially if you're vegetarian or vegan, you have to take B12, and you have to take the right kind of B12, methylcobalamin, as opposed to the cheaper B12s that you find in the drugstore. I have the MTHFR mutation, so I don't methylate, so I have to have these methyl versions of the B vitamins.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And I have to get more as I get older. And if I don't take them, I lose a lot of energy, I notice.
Yeah. This is the part that I bring to the table. I don't have all of it together. So what I have learned in the last few weeks, month or so, is this part about the detox process, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. And we're all trying to put this picture together in a way that will give us longevity, right? And
so are you inviting people to do a program?
I agree.
Do you have a detox program that you're helping people with there, Craig?
I don't. I'm putting all this into a book, and then that'll got a couple books, one on detox, and then another one's more just specific to the liver, and it'll be like the user manual for the liver.
Yeah.
So that, I'm not a nutritionist, but yes, I do like to share the information.
Right. I do have one tip that I ran across was ergothioneine, and it acts like glutathione. It comes from ergot, which is the ergot fungus that that's
gets us high.
It's
on rye, right? Or something
it's
like
on
that?
rye, yes. And the Salem witch trials and all that, they were eating ergot.
Sure.
But also, it's also used in the sacrament, it turned out. That, in the blood
rites?
sacrament.
Which sacraments are you talking about?
Early Christian.
Oh, the Christians were into ergot? That was the body and the blood was ergot?
Where do you think religion came from?
Yeah.
So you're in the school of religion is an acid trip or is an ergot trip.
And the highest
what you got
concentration.
There, Craig? Ergot, huh?
Wow, that's great.
You take that every day?
That gives you energy. Absolutely. Yeah.
And then, ergothioneine.
Yeah.
Ergothioneine.
If that's the same one.
Yes, it is.
This one's from mushrooms.
Does it make you more religious?
Yeah. The top mushroom is gray. Yeah.
Yes, my father. No, or my mother. I don't know. But I haven't been to church since I've taken this yet. So,
so you can't tell, huh? The data is not yet in.
Bottle.
So how did you get this way?
Gray oyster mushrooms are the highest in ergothioneine.
Oh, there.
So just get oyster mushrooms. Just order oyster mushrooms. They taste good. Put it in your food. You got ergothioneine.
You can do that. And this one, the one I use is from real mushrooms. Yeah. So I went to a workshop or two, and so I learned about ergothioneine there as well. So yes, the beautiful thing is we have pathways in our cells that use ergothioneine.
Yeah.
So we've been using mushrooms forever as a species, and our bodies are adapted and even have pathways built in to architecture, biological architecture, where we use ergothioneine. The half-life, I believe, is like 1 month, which is insane.
Yeah.
Our bodies hold on to that ergothioneine pretty strongly.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the protein question for a moment. You say that more protein helps liver toxin processing by fueling phase 2 pathways?
Yes. And so I hate to use my own example, but I have had some skin issues in the past, and I've done around doing detox, and I didn't always connect them, but I think that it's pretty strongly connected now that I look back. And I have noticed when I eat more protein, my skin issues get way better.
That's cool. Would you pair it with veggies? Maybe a little antioxidants?
I urge people to, you can do it either way. You just need more of the vegetarian protein if you're going to, go all vegetarian.
Yeah, but you can do both.
Right now I do a blend. Yeah, I do both.
Meat and veggies. How about if you have liver concerns? I guess that would affect.
Yeah. I guess we'll
what's
have to
going
look
on with your
into that.
liver? Yeah. So you should really check with your doctor or dietitian about your liver condition.
So let's specify that, because that is a little vague. So the biggest issue that people do have with their livers is fatty liver.
Fatty liver.
So 1/3 of us, 1/3 of us have fatty liver. It's terrible.
True. Yeah, that is true.
Does it show?
You can't really tell, but if someone's grossly
you can
overweight,
guess
for sure. You can kind of guestimate there.
Well, that's when you feel
they do
tired,
call it
right?
A disease.
A disease, yes.
They do
And
call
so
it is disease. And so what happens is the liver doesn't function as well.
That's true.
Yeah.
And what are some of the signs of the liver not functioning well? Common symptoms right here. Fatigue, feeling very tired. Malaise, not feeling well. Mild pain or discomfort in the upper right abdomen where the liver is located. And what else? Abdominal swelling, itchy skin, jaundice, confusion. Okay, definitely not something you want to mess around with.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Yet here we are, 1/3 of us have it, and many of us don't even know that. Yeah, that is something we need to work on.
Yeah.
We need to work on our livers.
So obesity is a big part of this, the primary driver then.
It can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
The primary driver apparently is these seed oils that are used for cooking.
Really?
Yeah. It seems like all these hydrogenated, they take these oils from seeds, sunflower seeds, whatever it is, and they put this hexane solvent on it, and it turns it into this fat, but it's not a fat that your liver knows how to deal with, and it causes this fatty liver and causes us to age very quickly.
So stay away from seed oils and instead use
butter
any
fried
and
foods, French fries,
from
French
beef,
fries.
French fries.
Yeah, I was
Deep fried stuff. It's all in seed oil, and that it's very toxic. It's carcinogenic, actually.
It's maybe probably not the
When you
oil,
heat
but
it.
it sounds like it's the processing more than it is the oil.
It's a
Canola oil would fall in that category.
Exactly.
Well,
Rapeseed oil. Yes.
yeah.
It's really bad for you. The only thing that's natural is olive oil.
A poor diet is not
There
good
you
for
go.
your liver.
I do want to add to that sugar.
Yeah, sugar, refined
sugar.
carbs.
Yeah, so fatty liver, a lot of it is from
for sure.
sugar.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah. How about processed foods? That would be poor diet, I guess. That would contribute to it, huh?
Well, that would be a combination of the two above. Yeah, bad seed oils and sugar and hydrogenated fats.
I'm just sitting on the couch watching the Olympics. That's kind of sedentary, so that might contribute.
I mean, the weird thing is all these dietary snacks and stuff, they say 0 calories, but actually they're using these things called mannitols and dehydrogenated sugary tasting. They taste sweet, but they create fat in your body, even though they don't have any grams of calories in them. It's crazy. So it's just going to make you fat, even though it looks like it's a dietary supplement. Yeah.
Well, this brings up another issue. Like one of the things that you're going to see coming out from Big Pharma are pill versions of GLP-1 the pills. It's going to be, I think a lot of people are going to deal with that. Probably try that. It's going to be, if it's relatively inexpensive for overweight, obesity, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, sedentary lifestyle, all those sorts of things. So is GLP-1 safe for the liver, or is that toxing it out?
Good point. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of that. I do know that they're having some issues, but I haven't looked into it. I'm certainly not leading the charge in that people take GLP-1, but we're going to find out quickly
Oprah is.
what the drawbacks are.
Right.
Okay.
Oprah is all about like manage your health, manage your GLP-1 dosage for the rest of your life.
Yeah. I'm going to wait for the second and third generation of these GLP-1 type drugs.
Yeah, did they help you gain weight, Bobby? It'd be a dangerous thing for you to take.
So they have side effects.
Craig, would you do the GLP-1s?
No, I don't need them. I'm trying to.
Yeah, you're pretty thin.
As well.
Yeah, I see you at all the dance parties.
Yeah, I weigh like 83 pounds.
Sounds ideal.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like you need to do a thing, Craig. You're successful already.
Do you do regular exercise?
There we go. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I certainly do.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
for my 70th birthday, just really quick, for my 70th birthday, which was this last summer, I completed 700 workouts.
Congratulations.
Wow. That was my goal.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it really shows, honey. You do not look your age.
No. And if people want to communicate with you, what's the best way?
Craig Eymann, chiropractor in Santa Cruz.
Craig Eymann.
Aloha Chiropractic.
Aloha Chiropractic. You have a website?
Yeah. drcraig-chiropractor.com. And if you Google me, I'll come up usually in the top 3 or so.
All right.
For Santa Cruz chiropractors.
Craig Eymann, everybody. It's been a pleasure, Craig.
Yeah, thanks for being on
joining
the show.
us.
Thank you,
All right,
Craig.
guys.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Great info.
Yeah, Bobby.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, well, bring you on more often.
Come visit you. Yeah.
Yeah, to talk about a few other things next time. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Take care.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Santa Cruz Voice. Take it over.
There's more than one way to enjoy the benefits of cannabis. Hi, I'm Johnny from the Hook Outlet, Capitola, Watsonville, and Santa Cruz. With flowers. The Hook's flower varieties offer the complete spectrum of medicinal and recreational benefits of cannabis sativa and indica. And the Hook Outlet has a friendly staff to help you select the right cannabis flower variety for your needs. Cherry Martinelli, anyone? Stop by and say hi, the Hook Outlet, Capitola, Watsonville, and Santa Cruz.
California coast to the fertile valleys inland. Earthwise Land Services, your land's best friend. Earthwise can clear it, mulch it, move it, sculpt it, grade it, drain it, or retain it, any way you choose. Earthwise Land Services, your land's best friend.
Hi, I'm Carolyn, and I have some property behind my home at Larkin Valley that I've never seen. It was completely overgrown with brush and poison oak, well over 10 feet high. I wanted to have it cleared to protect my horses from wildfires, but nobody could do the job. Then I called Buck at Earthwise. Buck brought out his big brush-eating machine and turned all the brush and poison oak into mulch. It was truly transformational. Thanks to Earthwise, my property is now like a park and I can trail ride my horses.
Earthwise Land Services, your land's best friend.
Please continue to hold, and he will answer your call in the order in which you'd like to see.
That won't happen at Low Cost Air. When you dial 800-704-1662, a real person answers and helps you find the best airfares foreign and domestic. Your choice.
Please continue to hold, and he'll...
Or a real person. Low Cost Air, 800-704-1662. Low Cost Air, 800-704-1662.
That was Craig Eymann, folks, our local friend and chiropractor in Santa Cruz. Quite an interesting fellow. So there was a very interesting deep space discovery.
Oh, was there now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Researchers in the astronomical universe have discovered a possible pulsar in the Milky Way center.
Okay, tell me
right
more.
Now, you always think
this is new? They didn't know about it before?
They're confirming it.
It's a possible pulsar.
Yeah, possible pulsar from Columbia University.
All right, and what do we know about pulsars?
We know that they are highly magnetized neutron stars, and they spin really fast, super fast, highly magnetized, and they emit these beams of radio waves that sweep across the galaxy like cosmic lighthouses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and every so often they hit the Earth as they spin. Pulsars arrive with extraordinary regularity. They're like Swiss watches of the universe.
Yeah, that's why they call them pulsars, because they've got a pulse. Like tick-tock, 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 tick-tock.
Very accurate clocks, very predictable behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, millisecond pulsars, extremely stable clocks.
Sure. They're
very rapid rotation.
Cosmic lighthouses.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're really sensitive to external influences.
Mm-hmm.
It would introduce anomalies in their pulsing,
Mm-hmm.
which we measure and look at, model, see what's causing the change in the steady pulses.
Uh-huh.
It must be something around them that's affecting them in some way.
Right. Something that disturbs radio waves.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And when the pulses travel near a very large object, they can be deflected.
Oh, like another star?
Or a black hole, which is very close. It's near Sagittarius A, which is the huge black hole in the center of the Milky Way. And it's very close to that.
The main one, huh?
The main one, the big kahuna.
The big kahuna.
The one that
in our
keeps
galaxy.
us circling around it.
Okay.
Yes.
The hole
very
in the
massive
middle.
object. Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay. So
And when space-time gets near it, it warps.
to that black hole.
Yeah, to the black hole.
So
Now, that's-
time is a little funny in the middle of the galaxy, huh?
Well,
okay,
it's
good
black
to know.
hole, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
According to Einstein, we know
except
that.
for this pulsar that we're discovering, huh?
Well, the pulsar's nearby.
It was a big secret until this pulsar got in the picture.
So there's a giant cosmic clock right near a giant, massive black hole. So it sets itself up to doing some experiments with space-time.
Sure. We want to
according to the Einstein's
look into the
general theory.
invisible. We want to peek and see how the invisible black hole energy is being distorted.
Well, distorted
By
and
gravity.
Yeah, and it'll give us more information about, I guess, the pulse of the black hole, for one thing, because the black hole is like the sun in that it's always changing and moving, and it has
Like
a dynamism
dynamo.
of its own that's very different from a star, but very real.
Mm-hmm.
It gives us a chance to really study that in great depth, that central black hole in our galaxy.
Okay.
It's, to give you an idea of size, it's about 4 million suns.
In
4
mass.
million suns.
Wow.
So you can imagine what kind of influence it has on nearby stuff, nearby stars, nearby.
Yeah. What does
nearby
the
other
light
black
look
holes.
like from a neutron star?
Well, they're radio wave pulses.
I see.
Radio
yeah, we're
wave
looking
pulses.
at the bright wave.
Yeah,
radio
not in the
waves.
visual spectrum
Mhm.
per se.
So it's 8.19 millisecond?
Yes.
So it pulses that quickly?
Yes. Yes.
That's a fast pulse.
Yeah,
So
it's like a clock. It's really good, give you a real readout on.
It's like those precision atomic clocks. They're based on crystals.
Yes.
So
Yes.
now we have a crystal-based center of our galaxy, a huge black hole with a clock behind it. That's
Yeah.
pulsating through it, I guess.
Intriguing, huh?
Yeah.
So our scientists think that they could use that. We can not just prove relativity, we can see how we can play with it.
Oh.
Wow. It's interesting. The center of our galaxy, when we look at Andromeda or these other large galaxies, the typical picture, you have just kind of a ball in the center
Yes.
of the galaxy.
Yes.
And a lot of stars there. But our galaxy apparently is a barred galaxy. So it's kind of just think of it like
A giant bar of stars, huh?
It's an axis, like an
black hole.
axis.
16:9 format.
Yeah. Can you imagine like these magnetic bars that have north and south kind of thing?
Yeah, it looks
So
like a magnet, giant magnet. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's at the center of our galaxy, and it's
Right.
causing the radials to be coming off that bar instead of a solid center as one ball in the center. It's kind of this bar.
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah, but
called
why? Why is
a
that
barred
that shape? Yeah,
galaxy.
bar galaxy, right. It's defining us. We might be different if we were round.
Yeah, they could use this pulsar because now you have a clock and you have this pulsar emits these high energy X-rays and high frequency waves. So it's pulsing, so they can see how it goes through the black hole at the center of our galaxy and how that's affected, since they can see this wave, this X-ray wave going through it.
Yes.
And,
What's interesting also is they teamed up with another group called Breakthrough Listen. You ever heard of them? They're the largest program aimed at looking for, interestingly enough, evidence of civilizations beyond Earth.
Oh, SETI.
Well, no, it's called Breakthrough Listen, not SETI. Interesting. Apparently, they're in the same domain, right? Radio, right? Radio waves is a big part of, has been a big part of the search for extraterrestrial intelligence.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they are involved with a survey of 1 million of the closest stars to Earth. And they scan the center of our galaxy and the entire galactic plane, listening for messages from the 100 closest galaxies to ours. Right? So 100 closest galaxies, that's pretty
Talk about
expanded
the language
range,
of light.
right?
Talking about the language of light.
50 times more sensitive instruments than existing telescopes dedicated in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence.
Right.
Yeah, they have big dishes. Green Bank, the Robert Byrd Green Bank telescope, 100 meters across, steerable.
Is that the one in Virginia?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's kind of funny. If you go to that area, it's in this valley.
Yes.
And you're not allowed to bring your cell phone.
That's very quiet. That's right. Radio quiet. Exactly.
Isn't that interesting that your cell phone signal can get in the way of the thing they're detecting hundreds of billions of miles away?
Yes, exactly.
Light years away.
Yeah.
They also work with the 210-foot Parkes Observatory.
Is that in Australia?
Think so. Not sure
it's
for
on
sure.
the other side of the globe.
And Lick Observatory.
Close by. Yeah,
The
that's
Lick.
here.
Yes, that's closer in.
Didn't Lick have an issue with a recent weather event? Wasn't it damaged? Was that the Lick Observatory?
Oh, yes, the top blew off or something. From
Yeah, that's right, from one of our weather events. Well, Lick has an automated planet finder. They have a state-of-the-art automated planet finder, an APF. And it's got what's called the Levy spectrometer on board. It's ideal for finding laser communications, not in the visible light range, but across the spectrum, and from infrared, near infrared to ultraviolet. They're so sensitive they can detect a industrial laser over interstellar distances.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's a Lick.
My neighbor, when I was in Berkeley, he was actually one of the engineers working on the Lick Observatory. They went to him and they asked him if he would help look for
planets,
exoplanets, and extraterrestrial information by these lasers that could be technologically produced from these planets. And he kind of walked away. He ended up working for Celestron in L.A. But
rather be a telescope guy than a astrobiologist or
he didn't believe in aliens.
Well, then he'll go where he goes then. 114 mile an hour winds in Mount Hamilton.
I think it's still I do believe most scientists still have not seen aliens. And, so the jury is out. It's really just, what do you believe?
Well, it is until it isn't. With most scientists, they have to see something, or has to be out there in the world, not just
it's up there with Bigfoot, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a myth until it's staring you in the face.
But the nature of reality involves the integration of the inner and the outer worlds, and they combine into the present. And that's what creates the observability of the moment. It's not one or the other. It's both. So the persons that will really see what's going on are full-brained people, and their emotions and as well as their intellect.
I see. So is it kind of like in the Celestine prophecy, the people will see are the ones who are trying to see, not the ones who
the
saying,
one who
you
sees
have to convince me.
The one who's trying to see or trying to see.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Yeah.
There is no try, says Yoda. Okay, now I got it. In other words, if you can't see, there's no hope for you. You're out of the club.
Current conditions at Lick, cloudy. Yeah. So, yes, this is a big thing. This group seems to be really connected to all the big observatories.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the Breakthrough Listen Project.
It's part of Columbia University.
Well, no, they're
just
affiliated with Breakthrough Listen. I don't know much about them. I'm just telling you what
I
I've
see that.
discovered in real time here.
When people have a whole bunch of telescopes, then they get to decide who they want to play with, right?
A lot of these radio astronomers, they buy these old satellite dishes that are 6 foot across, and you just change the little receptor on the top. And then all of a sudden, you're a radio astronomer, and you can see things, incredible things, in the radio spectrum instead of the light spectrum. In the radio spectrum, you're discovering stuff that some of these larger observatories don't even have. It's crazy.
Well, that's exciting. That really is. Here's the board. Look at that. The board. Stephen Hawking, but he's dead. I guess he's still on the board on the other side.
Well, or maybe they're listening to him from the beyond,
Let's see. Who else is here?
Tune into the sky.
Who is Yuri?
They've replicated him.
Yuri
they are
Milner.
looking at black holes, right?
Yeah, maybe he's an AI version of himself that's now helping
that
and
could
break
be
through and he'll break through in communicating not just with aliens but with the dead.
Well, he only
Uri Geller.
Yuri Geller. No, that's Yuri Milner. Yuri Milner. It's a different person.
Okay.
He's the technology investor and science philanthropist. Let's see. He loved Sagan's earlier books on intelligent life in the universe. He's a tech investment guy.
He's the wallet.
He was part of Melinda Gates and Warren Buffett's giving pledge, donating half their wealth to scientific causes. A partnership with Sergey Brin, Priscilla Chan, and the other board member, Mark Zuckerberg.
Okay, well,
All right, so that's
go.
a breakthrough initiative.
You
So
found a pocket. A
separate
pocket of the elite intelligentsia.
They want to know about
deep pocket.
Deep pockets. But this is the external
Project
world.
Listen.
These guys are not as much into the psychic idea that consciousness has a non-local transceiver group. It's more like it's out there somewhere.
Right. And the scientist who is quoted in all of this is named Slavko Bogdanov. He's a research scientist at Columbia Astrophysics Laboratory. He's the co-author of the study.
They have partnerships with all the latest and greatest stuff. NVIDIA, fast radio bursts, using AI systems for dramatic detection methods, unprecedented speeds.
Right.
All right, so then maybe they'll find something.
Hey.
When I was running SETI at home, all it was taking these Trans-Fourier waveforms and seeing if there was intelligence in it.
Right. Can we locate a pattern?
Pattern in the chaos.
Do we see a song?
And then when GPUs came, it just revolutionized. You could do it 1,000 times faster with a GPU.
Sure.
And so that's what NVIDIA is involved, because they can diagnose.
If you're doing AI, you got NVIDIA. It's just that way right now.
Right now, yeah.
That's exciting.
All right. Well,
All right. And a few other stories I want to bring up.
Pulsars and black holes.
Yeah, pulsars closer to home, only 400 kilometers out.
Oh, and only 400 million years after the Big Bang.
Well, that's not us. We're 4.2 billion years after the creation of the Earth. We, for the first time, have seen whether or not a caterpillar can turn into a butterfly while in orbit.
Oh, that is such a beautiful
Can a caterpillar
story.
become a butterfly in orbit?
Thank you, China.
The Chinese did that on their Jingong space station, which sheds new ideas about understanding life, i.e. who we are. What they did is that they created a miniature ecosystem, a little environment, a little private little capsule.
A garden.
That has the perfect little space for a butterfly to hatch or to emerge from its chrysalis on the space station and under zero gravity conditions.
Right.
Zero gravity.
Just a little butterfly capsule.
Will a butterfly know how to fly when there's no gravity? Well, what will happen? So that they were kind of curious about that.
Well, if it's warm enough, if it can find a green leaf.
So Yeah, so they have it in this perfect little thing with leaves and around 30 degrees centigrade. I guess it's about 75 or so. It's perfect for the butterfly to emerge.
It sounds like Silent Running
Right?
to me. It sounds
Yeah.
like just a little
Perfect little
mini,
ecosystem.
mini version of the movie Silent Running,
Uh-huh.
where we have an ecosystem on a space station and we're tending to life inside that little terrarium.
Mhm.
So they have an ecosystem.
Nice active temperature control, full spectrum lighting.
Sounds
but
like they don't have gravity though. Oh,
no
they have
gravity. That's the difference.
microgravity.
And no radiation shielding. for what it's worth,
Microgravity and all the radiation you can eat.
mimicking Earth's environment.
Right.
So guess what happened?
Well, I can read the headline.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well,
It emerged from its chrysalis.
It did.
In
It did.
microgravity.
It fluttered its wings.
Yeah.
It came out and rested on leaves.
That's right. It did what butterflies do.
Uh-huh.
It looked for some nice green leaves and then it flittered over to
So
it.
scientists are wondering, well, would it struggle to navigate? Like if it tried to fly, would it flop?
Apparently, it knows how to fly.
Yeah.
In microgravity. I
It
guess
just-
it doesn't need as much air as we thought.
Well,
gravity.
No gravity.
Uh-huh.
So it was observing, moving freely around, fluttering
No, they're
its
calling
wings.
it microgravity. They wouldn't say it was.
Resting.
If it
Well,
was no gravity, they would say no
Adaptation to the zero gravity environment.
Yes.
Microgravity.
Okay.
Yeah, some call it micro, some call it zero, but it's not very much if it's micro, if it's in space and you're floating
It's
around.
just enough for the
Yeah.
people on the space station. It's like whatever you get from Earth 400 miles away.
So the scientists said it
400
adapted
kilometers.
quickly.
Oh.
It quickly adapted to the space environment.
Mhm.
Quickly. And answered their concerns about it being unable to fly in microgravity. But that turned out to be not true. That quickly it figured out how to fly in zero gravity.
All right, here we go, folks. We're going to start designing some butterfly microgravity ships inspired by butterflies,
This
but big
was-
enough for
Right.
humans.
They're going to be drones using butterfly wings.
You think they can work well in zero gravity? That the wings
Yes.
are
If
capable
the
of.
butterfly can fly in zero gravity, I'm
Yeah.
sure these drones would even fly even better.
The butterflies got so much to teach us if we can only just learn.
Well, how do they thrive without familiar gravitational forces of the
Oh,
Earth?
Maybe they just greet the world as it presents itself. Maybe they're
Well.
just an emergent consciousness.
Well, this is exciting because you know what this means? We can have a leap towards space farming.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, because we can grow
Maybe
crops
I'll have
and
a
we can.
green thumb in space.
You know, if
better
butterflies
than
can do
here.
it. Butterflies can do it. Bees probably can do it too. Can pollinate plants in space farms.
Okay.
Yeah, I would rather have butterflies flowing around than bees in your
Really?
in
You
your
haven't
spacecraft.
befriended, you just haven't met any friendly bees, Bobby. Most bees are quite civilized and very lovely. If you're cool, they're cool.
But to get stung in space, I don't know how you deal with that.
Well, butterflies would pollinate some plants, and bees would pollinate others, and you would not go to where the bees
You
are.
would stay out of the beekeeper's quarters.
Maybe you haven't had a positive experience with bees, but we have our friend Scott Thomas once had a spiritual experience by bees.
Oh,
Yeah.
there are bee
Yeah.
people among the humans.
Amazing.
There are those of us who speak bee, and bees love us.
I had 2 beehives up there in the ranch in Mendocino.
Mhm. Did you get stung?
I
You
knew
just
how
forgot.
not to get stung. When I was a kid, we had a prune orchard next door,
Mhm.
and I had to walk by. There must have been 30 of these beehives in those white boxes that you normally see.
Yeah.
And I had to walk past them, and I was always told, don't run, just walk quietly past them and you'll be fine.
Mhm.
So I get 3/4 of the way through and this bee stings me in the head. And then I start running and this whole swarm just came after me. It
Well,
was
that is a
crazy.
little shocking. Yeah, I know. When you actually get stung, all the niceness goes away.
So fortunately, I only had maybe 3 or 4 stings.
That's it? Okay, well, that's not so bad.
That's
but
amazing.
I
Yeah.
saw thousands of them chasing me, and I was running as
Oh.
fast as I can.
Well,
It was crazy.
if they are worried about you, you're in trouble. It's really
That's
just
right.
friend or foe.
Right. Nowadays, you just need a smoker and a suit, and you can,
Yeah,
you
there's
can take
always
care of it.
ways to handle it. I mean, we're humans
Yeah.
after all. We're smart. They're smart like that. All right, what else you got for us?
Well,
in the
I
last
got
couple
evidence
minutes
to
here,
show
honey?
that we have more than 5 senses.
Ooh, cool. cool.
That
How many?
we might have as many as 33.
33 senses.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yes.
what are we going to do with all those
Yes,
senses?
and scientists now believe humans may have all these distinct senses, probably more like 20.
Oh, so
As
they're
much as
sort of,
33.
this is kind of speculative. They haven't counted them
Well, it's hard to count them because there are some experiences that are a combination of senses. And what is that? Like when you taste food, for example, the taste of the food is both the touch, you're feeling the texture, you're releasing molecules that go inside the mouth up to the nose. So you're getting nasal information. Those are molecules hitting the brain directly. And when you put it in your mouth, you have the visual information. So all these things work together to create.
So we're going to a higher order of describing what our senses are telling us, huh?
Yes.
We're not just relying on the eyes anymore.
What
It's
we
the
see,
eyes plus
combination.
the ears.
So it's combinations. They're saying that different odors in shampoo can affect how you perceive the texture of hair. A fragrance of a rose makes hair seem silkier, for example.
Oh, interesting. Sure.
Odors in low-fat yogurts can make you feel richer and thicker on the palate without needing more emulsifiers.
I see.
Just the odors.
So sensation is being redefined, huh?
Yes. Then there are senses such as proprioception.
Proprioception. That's where you can tell that your body's in motion even though you've got your eyes closed or
Well,
something?
you know where your limbs are without looking at them.
Yeah, right.
The vestibular system is part of that.
You know, we're going to use that system as we wave goodbye over this next minute. Here,
Okay.
Right?
So
Just
just
a
keep in
little
mind
warning.
that we have all these senses at our disposal for exploring the universe around us. There's a very interesting article at our drfutureshow.com/links page. That's drfutureshow.com/links. I think it's very interesting because we are hardly using what we are born with.
What
in
a
terms of
beautiful
capacity.
story. Rethinking the
really
five
nice.
senses, people.
Yeah.
Yes. Science Daily, new
Yeah.
research. Lots of fun.
Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. And hope you enjoyed the show. We sure enjoyed sending this info to you. And thank you, Bobby, for being part of it.
Yes,
much
and
fun to be on the
Craig.
show.
Yeah,
And
Craig was there. and-
listeners,
Thank
we
you.
love you. Have a great future now, everybody.
See you next week. You might see us, actually.
Yeah.
We're going visual soon.
Valentine's. Yeah.
Right. All right. Valentine's Day. All right.